I just have to call an ace an ace. You're brave, in my opinion. Living in a society where everything is controlled like that, where you can get in trouble for just writing down your own thoughts about something, a particular subject. You don't even have to voice it. You're just writing down and it having to fall in the wrong hands. You can be sent to prison, lose your life behind it. That, ladies and gentlemen, is a crazy ass way to live. And I know that there are citizens within that country who totally disagree. They're fine with how things are being ran in that country, and that's their business. But as one human being to another human being, who the fuck wants to be kept in a fucking cage? Yes, you can move around like you want to, but you're still basically in a cage. It's kind of like being on the inside of a prison where you have access to go almost any place you want to go, but you can't think how you want to think. You can't feel how you want to feel. You can't use your voice to empower not only yourself, but to empower others. That's just insanity to me. And again, I agree with Soul Toucher that, within our country, we can speak out against our government. We can say if we agree or disagree. But that's a right that we have. Imagine not being able to have that right. It's kind of like not even having the right to be a human being. You can't be yourself. That's crazy. But I'll move on.
Yeah. I mean, the only thing I could follow up with that is this is why people left from over there, came over here, and established this country. Uh, that's why they came over here because they didn't want to live with that. That was widespread over there. Not exactly how it is in Russia, but you had a king over there, and that one person ruled, and you could not, you had to do what they say do. So just imagine, you know, just imagine a world where it was still like that. And I'm not gonna get into politics and all this, that, and the other, but this is why I say, hey, if we here participate, because them over there in Russia, they don't have the luxuries and the freedoms that we have. Again, a lot of them don't have it bad, but when you look at being arrested for voicing your opinion against something that you don't like the government is doing, we can do that all day, every day. I don't like what you're doing. I disagree with your policies. I think that's stupid. No to war. We've had people protest wars before in America. You don't get thrown in jail for that. So I mean, again, I started following this girl in Russia. Her name is Ellie from Russia. Um, I started watching her videos because it was the first video of hers that I saw was how are Russians doing with sanctions. And you know she had her camera or phone, whatever she was filming with, going through the mall and all this, that, and the other. Um, and a lot of things are shut down because a lot of companies pulled out of there. But you know, she was pretty much saying, it's not that bad, but it's a struggle. But at the end of the day, it's like protesting over there gets you arrested, and um, the government controls everything, so they have to use a VPN in order to use social media and stuff like that. Like Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, all that shit is blocked. They can't use the actual apps. They have to go through their web browser on their phone in order to get on that stuff. I mean, it's crazy.
Yeah, I have to check her out. That's different, put it kindly.
Yeah.
So Russia using propaganda on its people to justify their actions.
That's another one of those things that unfortunately they have to deal with. And that goes back to your point of what you were saying earlier about how do we know what's real and what isn't. Imagine how they feel. Imagine what they're going through because the truth is actually being blocked from them. They're being told one thing about Ukraine. They're being told one thing about how the war is going, and we're seeing more of what actually is going on over there. So when they're sneaking to go behind VPNs because Russian TV has to put on this front that everything is good and everything is justified, and if they go against the grain, they get shut down. They get straight shut down. Or if a particular person is not saying what the government wants them to say, they get pulled the hell off TV. I mean, just imagine going through that.
Thing about it is they're programming their citizens. If everything's controlled on your television, everything's controlled on your phones, everything's controlled on your social media, everything's controlled on your radio. They're basically programming the people to learn or to know what they want them to know. So again, for whatever reason, they gave the Russian people, and they're saying this is why we're doing what we're doing, and they're programming them every day, every minute, every second. Again, it's just another form of control. And if you don't like being controlled, I'm gonna throw your ass in jail.
Mm-hmm.
How you like them apples? Is basically what they're doing to these people over there. Propaganda is widespread, I'm sure, as far as we know, in that country. And again, imagine waking up in a world where you can't do or say what it is you want to say. You can't even have a conversation with your fellow citizens about what you're truly feeling because you're frightened that one of them may run back and tell the authorities.
Yep.
And